Hi, as a part of my first newsletter, had included a survey asking you what it is you were interested in learning how to do or to learn more about. And many people asked for some sort of help in being able to insert clip art or pictures into a Word document. And so this video is going to attempt to show you how to do that. First thing you need to do is open up a blank Word document. In this particular video, I am using Office 2010 because that's the latest version and that's the one that I have access to. I believe the steps will be pretty much the same even if you're using Word or Office 2007. As far as earlier versions like Office XP or something of that nature, it might be quite different, but these directions should hold for both Word 2007 and Word 2010. So, first thing you're going to want to do is open up a blank document like I have here. And let's just type some words into this document so that I can show you how you can move the picture or the clip art around in relationship to the words. So, this document is going to have a piece of, inserted into it. How So there's our words. Okay, now the next thing is we want to put a piece of clip art in there. To begin, one important thing to keep in mind is Word is going to place that clip art wherever your cursor is. So in this case, Word is going to put the clip art in at the end of the sentence. Not a big deal, just wanted you to be aware of it because it can be a little jarring when that picture just pops in there and you're not sure how it got where it is. So just to be aware that Word will, by default, put clip art or pictures or whatever you're pasting into a document right where the cursor is currently located. So what I want to do after I've got my document opened and set up, I'm going to go to the top menu along the very top. Now in Word 2010, when you click on a menu item, it opens up what they call a ribbon of further commands that can be given under that menu. In Word 2007, you're going to have just a drop-down menu. As you click on any of these up here, it'll drop down like that. It'll be the same kinds of things that you can do, but they'll just be words and dropping down from the main word. The menu item that we are going to choose for this particular activity is the Insert menu. Now you'll notice that you have a variety of different things that you can insert into a document. For the purposes of this video, we're going to stay simply with clip art. So we're going to click on clip art, and you'll notice first of all that what happens is your document gets a little squished, and then what happens is another window is opened up to the right of your document labeled clip art. And this window is your search window for clip art. Now there are two different ways you can find clip art. If you're kind of positive what topic you want your picture to be of, you can simply type it in here where it says search for. If you're not sure what kind of a picture you want and you just want to see what's available for your use, you can leave this area blank. Now the default for Word, and it's a good default because it's probably the one you want, is to search for all media file types. And if we click on that, you'll notice that all media file types includes illustrations, which would be clip art, actual photographs, videos, and audio. So we're going to keep all of those checked. It's usually a good idea to go with the default. So I don't know exactly what kind of a picture I'm going to be looking for or that I really want. So I'm going to leave this area up here blank, and I'm going to click on the word Go. Notice that now down below where this whole area was once blank, now I have a whole bunch of pictures and clip art that I can choose from. And I can scroll down. There's quite a bit in here. Now this is all of the pictures that were actually installed on your computer when you installed the Microsoft Office program. And these are not exhaustive by any means, but there's quite a few different types of clip art in here. These happen to be some buttons that you might want to use if you're creating a website. You've got some horizontal lines. You've got some borders in here, you know, to break up a long page of words. You could use some of those to insert. Any of these will be put in exactly the same way that I'm going to show you how to insert one of these more traditional type of clip arts, which look like pictures or drawings. So we're going to pick one of these pictures, and I'm going to go with, I don't know, let's say this woman with the blueprints in her hands. And what I do is I find the picture that I want, and I'm going to click on that picture once. I don't need to double click. I click once, and you'll notice that Word has now placed that picture into its document. Now another thing you'll notice is that that picture has these little circles and squares surrounding it now, plus a green dot up here. These are called handles, and anytime you want to work with the picture, you want to make sure that the handles are there, that you can see them. Now notice if I click off of the picture, the handles disappear. No more handles. If I click on the picture, now I have handles, and I should be able to drag my picture anywhere I want, but what's wrong? I can't drag it. The reason I can't drag it is because one of the defaults in Word is to place a piece of clip art into the document as if it were a piece of text. So you'll notice, remember, the cursor was after the word, after the period after pleasing, and so what Word did was simply put that clip art right there. And it's seeing it as a piece of text, so if I click the space bar, it'll move the picture over. If I hit the delete or the back arrow, it will bring it back, but I can't move it anywhere else. That can be changed, and here's how I do that. Notice how when I click on the picture and the handles appear, up here on the menu bar, I have Picture Tools and Format now highlighted. I'm going to click on Format, and this brings up a variety of different ways that I can format or change this particular piece of clip art. We're going to concentrate on this one right here that says Wrap Text. And if I click on that down arrow, you'll notice that I have a variety of different ways that I can allow Word to interact with the text that's already on the page. So as I said, default is in line with text. Let's see what happens if I choose square. If I choose square and I move the picture around, the words move so that they make room for the picture. So that's kind of nice, especially if you know you want your picture up in that right-hand corner. There's a variety of different ones. Let's say through. If I place my picture in the center, the words go on either side. So the words are going through. If I place my picture behind the text, now the text actually goes over the top of the picture. That can be useful in some cases. The one I like to choose the most is in front of text, because that allows me then to move that picture just about anywhere on the page, and I don't affect the words. Now I can move the words by simply going wherever it is I want to break the words apart and hitting a return, and then it moves it down, and now I've got my nice little picture where I would like to have it. Now, another thing you can do with a picture, once you have it inserted, is you can change the size of it. You can rotate it. Let me show you how to change the size of it first. Notice how when I hover my mouse over any of those little handles, instead of my cursor being a four-headed arrow, which tells me that I can move the picture around the page if I grab it in the middle, the cursor now becomes a double-headed arrow. If I click and drag, I'm actually changing the size of the picture. I'm not moving it, I'm changing the size. And you want to grab it in the corner handles, because then what happens is the picture is changed proportionately. So if I change the width, the height is changed to stay in proportion. Who hasn't seen a picture that's been resized using these side or top handles? Look what happens when I resize using the side handles. Everything gets stretched out because it's only resizing the picture's width. It's not proportionately resizing its height. Same thing with the height. If I choose the side handle, I'm only changing the picture's height. I'm not changing its width proportionately. So you want to stick with changing the size of the picture using the handles in the corners, because then it will allow you to change the size proportionately. What this little green dot does is if I click on that and I move my cursor, then I can rotate my picture, which is kind of cool. Maybe I want my picture to be sideways, but in this case I want it to be straight. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize this, make it a little smaller, and put it up here in the corner. And then I can go to the end of my line, hit my return, type some more text, and maybe insert another picture of some kind. That's all there is to inserting ClipArt into a document. So now that you know how to do that, I hope you enjoy adding more class and professionalism to all of the documents that you create.